All right,
Yeah.
greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 1, week 4 of our journey together. Yes, day number 1, week 4 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. Um, we are still on our journey of sets, and so we're gonna continue with that. I want you to head up properly. Today is Monday. Yes, that's Monday. Yes, Latali. I mean,
Um,
Latika.
we're supposed to pay every week for the online classes, right?
Say it again.
Are we supposed to be pay every week for the classes, or
That's correct.
I didn't pay?
That's fine. We get that sorted out.
I don't know if you want me to call my daddy.
No, we could talk. I could talk to him. Just make sure you at the class. He get it sorted out, okay? Just
Okay,
make sure you will.
okay. What class are you doing today? Take a know.
First of all, it's not okay, Latico.
And then yes, sir. What classes are we doing this week? I mean, today.
Monday, math and English.
Math and English.
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so we are still on the same theme, set theory. And can anyone tell me from their knowledge, don't look in your book, what is a set? Anyone? What is a set?
A group of elements.
A set is a group of elements. All right, anyone else? What is a set?
Set is a group of defined objects.
A group of well-defined, distinct objects. That's correct. Anyone else? What is a set?
A collection of things.
A collection of things. And we call those things inside a set. What do we call those things inside a set?
Elements.
We call them elements. Very good. J Bears,
Yes, sir.
me and you can follow because I tell you to send me the stuff last night and you did not do that. I don't understand what type of class you think this is. You told me yesterday you would send it, but you did not send it.
Mr. P, every twin dad made it.
No. Now you're giving me excuses. I don't care for excuses. You told me it's gonna send it, you didn't send it. That's all I care about. So make sure send it to me right now. I don't understand what type of class you think this is. So I don't understand. So if I tell you to send it and you don't send it, who's the teacher and who's the student? That means you don't listen to me. And if you don't listen to me, I shouldn't have you in my class, point blank. Because there are students who are waiting to come in this class who will listen to me when I tell them to do so. So if you don't want to listen to me, J Bears, and the others, when I set assignments, then you don't have to be here. But if you're here, you have to listen to me. All right, so we're still on
Yes,
sets.
I don't know. I don't know if my phone to send the work.
All right, so once you get your phone, then you're gonna be able to send it after. All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna be looking at what do we mean by the universal set? So that's what we're gonna be looking at today. We're gonna be looking at universal set, and then we'll also talk about the complement of a set. So that's basically the topic for the day. Universal set. Oh, by the way, let me put the topic. The topic is universal set. And complement of a set. So we're gonna be talking about the universal set, and then we're gonna be looking at the complement of a set. What does that mean? What are those two things? Okay. Siano. Siano, are you there? Where's Siano? I can't hear from Siano. Okay, let's move. So let's define a universal set. So a universal set is a set. Please write this down, write down these notes. So the universal set is a set, and make sure I write it properly in a way that I can understand. is a set, universal set is a set, that contains all the objects. All right, all the objects or elements under consideration. So basically, what it's basically saying is that if you have a problem, if you have a discussion, if you have an activity, whatever it is, the universal set is the set that contains all the elements under consideration. So all other sets will be what we call subsets of the universal set. So universal set will be that big umbrella that contains all of the other sets, okay? So a universal set is a set that contains all the objects or elements under consideration, all right? For a particular problem. Problem or context. That's the universal set. It is the largest. It is the largest set in the context. Encompassing everything relevant to the discussion. So let's say, for example, you had, let's say, for example, you have a school, right? And inside the school, you have the set of teachers. So in that set of teachers, you have what? Math teachers, biology teachers, English teachers, humanities teachers, social studies and religious. You have all those teachers. That's the set of teachers, right? In a school. In a school, you also have the set of students. So the set of students who are in grade 8, the set of students who are in grade 9, the set of students who are in grade 10, the set of students who are in grade 11, the set of students who are in grade 12, and so on. Good. Then you have the set of support staff, those persons who do the cleaning, and those students who do the yard work and stuff like that. So you have the set of teachers, the set of students, the set of support staff, and you have the set of administrators, right? The set of administrators, that's going to be another set. And then you have the principal, right? That's another set as well. So the universal set for that particular group of things would be the set of people who go to the school, because the universal set contains the set of students, the set of support staff, the set of administrators, and the set that contains the principal. So the universal set is going to contain all of that. So that's going to be the set of people who go to that school, or the set of people who come to that school every day. All right. So that is the universal set, the biggest set. So what is the symbol for the universal set? So a universal set is usually denoted by the capital letter U. All right. So we use the capital letter U. Where is that? Yeah, U, to denote the universal set. And it makes sense because U is for universal. So by the capital letter U. All right. Also, so not only do we use the capital letter U, also all right, good afternoon. Also, sometimes it is denoted by this letter we call epsilon. Now you should not mistake this with, don't mistake this letter for the element of, because it looks very close to the element of, but it's not the element of. This is the universal set. Okay, that's epsilon. By the letter epsilon, which is the Greek letter epsilon. So we can use the universal set. Sorry, I spelled epsilon wrong. So we can write the universal set as capital U, or we can use epsilon to write the universal set. Now, inside your exam, the one that they typically use most often is epsilon. All right, now epsilon may be written in a different way, different number of ways. They may have it dead curly, very curly in a curly way, but it's still epsilon. All right, and that's what you're going to use. So make sure I write down this notes, write it inside of your book. Yes, you are writing this down. So write down this notes. You're gonna need this notes for the exercise that will be given you. All right, so make sure you write it down for sure. So let's begin with an example. So the example says, in each case, determine the universal set associated with the two sets. All right. So you want to figure what is the set associated with the two sets. Okay. All right, so Kaden, are you here? Where's Kaden?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Your mommy say you be slick at times. Why are you being slick? Because she's
No,
Say it again?
because sometimes I lay down in the bed and then I just be joking around. My mommy telling her, I ain't in class yet, so she's called me the slick son.
Oh. All right, so let's say, for example, we have let's say we have the set A, the set that contains set A, which is, let's say that the set has 1, 2, 3 inside of it. That has 1, 2, 3. All right. And let's say that you have another set that has, let's call this other set B. So let's call the set B. So B equals to let's say that B equals to 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right. So my first question goes to Anastasia. Anastasia, what is the universal set?
A universal set is a set that contains all the objects or elements.
Very good. That is under consideration. Rashid, what is the symbol that we use for the universal set? What is the symbol that we use for the universal set?
The U?
We use the U. Very good. And what is another symbol we use?
Like, backwards 3 or something like that.
Backward 3. What is the name of that symbol?
A universal set.
No, what is the name of this? What do we call that? If we don't call it a backward 3, what do we call it? That's the Greek letter what?
the S.
Epsilon.
The epsilon. Yes.
Epsilon. Very good. So Chardonnay, this question is for you. If we have set A, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, Malik Roll. Where's Malik Roll?
I'm here, sir.
Okay, I can see your messages.
All right, thank you.
It's not all
Because
right.
last
It's not.
time-
It's not all right. It's either yes or no in this class. So don't start that.
Yes, sir.
So Rashadne, I want you to answer this. So let's say we have A equals to 1, 2, 3, and B is equal to 7, 8, and 9. Right? Let's say that's the case. Tell me, what is going to be the universal set?
1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and 9.
Very good. The universal set is going to be 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and 9. Why do you say that?
Because you combine all the numbers in the universal set, it contains all the elements.
In the set. Very good. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 8, and 9. Very good. Very good. China.
Yes, sir.
If we have set A, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, and we have set B, which is equal to 7, 8, and 9, what is going to be the universal set?
1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Very good. Why you say that?
Because the universal set contains all the sets.
All elements in the set. Very good. Let me ask. Malia Rule. Are you there, Malia? Malia Rule. Are you there? Hello, Malia? I can't hear you. I don't know if your mic is working. Can you speak into the mic, Malia? Yeah, I can't hear you. Your mic is not working. Can you write inside the chat, please? Let me know if you're here. All right, Latalia, if we have set A, which is 1, 2, 3, and set B, which is 7, 8, and 9, what is going to be the universal set?
Pardon me?
If we have set A, which is equal to 1, 2, 3, and set B is equal to 7, 8, and 9, what is going to be the universal set?
Ooh, the universal set would be, wouldn't that be like, ooh, I forgot. Wouldn't that be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8, and 9?
Yes, exactly what we have in red. You realize that what we have in red is the universal set.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why you combine them? Why you say that the universal set is all of them? Why?
Because from last class you told us universal set. Well, basically universal set would be like a combination of
Yes,
A and B.
Yes. Okay, it's a combination of A and B. Good. So it's a combination of A and B. Now let's look at another one. So we say, let's say we have A is equal to Sam Charles, if you're speaking, I cannot hear you because your mic is not working. So maybe you have the message inside the chat because I cannot hear you.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I just heard you.
Okay, no problem, sir.
All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6 is A. And for B, we have, let's say for B, we have, let's say for B, we have 6, 10, 12, okay? Good. So for A, we have 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's say for B, we have 6, 10, and 12. I want you all to put inside the chat, put this inside the chat. what do you think the universal set is going to be for letter B? We have A is equal to 3, 4, 5, and 6. B is equal to 6, 10, and 11. 6, 10, and 12. What is the universal set going to be? What is that going to look like? Put your hands inside the chat for me, please. Let's say everyone put your hands inside the chat for me. What do you think the universal set is going to be? If you have A is 3, 4, 3, 4, and 5, and B is 6, 10, and 12. What is the universal set going to be? Put your hands inside the chat for me, please.
Mr. Mateen, how you get the sign?
You don't, well, no, you can't, you wouldn't get that sign. Just put the set. All right, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Aaliyah. Sure. Thank you, Rashid. Thank you, Chardonnay. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, Shanice. Shanice, you need to put the curly brackets. You have to put curly brackets. You can't not put the curly brackets because curly brackets is needed for set notation. There are more persons inside this class and some of you still are not answering. I need you to answer for me, please. If you have A is equal to 3, 4, 5, and 6, and B is equal to 6, 10, and 12, what is going to be the universal set? Okay. Anastasia, I didn't ask for the union. I asked for the universal set. There is a difference. All right, so Erica Higgs. Erica.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
What do you have for the universal set?
I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and 12.
Okay, you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and 12.
10 and 12, yeah.
Okay, why didn't you repeat the 6?
Because the 6 is already to 8.
But the 6 is also in B, so why didn't you repeat it?
Because I want to say I thought you made a mistake. That's why I didn't put it twice. So
Why don't
it was supposed to be 6, 6, then 10, 12.
All right, why don't we put it twice? Anyone can answer. Why do not we put it twice? Anyone can remember why?
Because we don't repeat elements.
You don't repeat elements. You can't
Very good.
repeat.
You do not repeat elements. You do not repeat elements. When you're dealing with sets, we do not repeat elements. Okay? That's why we don't put it twice. So we have 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 10, and 12. All right? That will be the elements of your universal set. All right? All right. Jabez, you understand how we got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. And Tyrone, do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
All right, how about you, Zaria? Do you understand how we got our answer? Zaria?
Yes, sir.
And how about Zara? Huh? You understand how we got our answer?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Isn't it basically union sets, but not the ones with the repeat?
Okay, that's a very good question. I'm going to show you the difference between union and universal. There is a difference. All right. So it's not gonna show up in this exercise, but for the next exercise, you're gonna see the difference. All right. So this last one I want you to do. So let's say we have the elements in set A. Let's say the elements in set A equals to let's say the element set A is March, January, and 1, 2, 3. And let's say that the elements in B is I'll say B equals to So let's say the set B is equal to the set that contains A, B, 5, and March. All right. So what is going to be the universal set for C? Please write your answer inside the chat, please. What is going to be the universal set for C? All right, what's going to be the universal set for C? Write your answer inside the chat, please. A has March, January 1, 2, and 3. B has A, B, 5, March. What is going to be your universal set for question C? All right. So what is the universal set? The universal set is Jeremiah using the wrong brackets. It has to be curly brackets. Has to be curly brackets. Latavia, you're missing out a number. Latavia, you're missing out a number.
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit. I'm sorry.
Hello. Good afternoon.
I let it just read to him. Sorry.
All right, that's fine.
I'm sorry. If I miss any notes before this, can you please send them in the chat? I decided.
This is the first slide.
The first slide? All right.
Yes, first slide.
Thank you. Excuse me.
All right, so what are the elements for C? So I'm seeing some answers. All right. Thank you, Chai. Thank you, Kaden. Thank you, Latavia. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Anastasia. I'm still waiting on some other persons to reply inside the chat. I'm asking what is going to be the universal set for C? What's going to be the universal set? Taya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so tell me, Taya, what is the answer for the universal set?
The universal set for C will be March, January, 1, 2, 3, A, B, 5.
Say it again. March.
It will be March, January. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
A, B, 5.
A, B,
5.
5. So why don't you have March twice?
Because we never repeat elements.
Because we never repeat elements.
Mr. Petit,
Yes.
can you explain that to me, please? Because when we was in the quizzes and it was like, what are sets? Like what sets contain of? And there was like things that are similar.
Okay, so no. That's why you probably got that answer wrong. They said distinct. So distinct means that they're different. And when they say one of the options was, do they have to be, the word they used was what does distinct means? And distinct, one of the options was is it identical? So sets don't have to be, they don't have to have elements that are identical. All right. So you could put it inside the set. They don't have to be exactly the same thing. Like all of them don't have to be numbers. All of them don't have to be letters. All of them don't have to be you know, Yes, Santos, you have a question?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. After I finish this, would you is there a quiz I supposed to finish? I mean,
Not yet. We're gonna do the quiz, but not yet.
Yes.
All right, so that is the universal set for A and B. Any questions on this?
You
All
could take a picture and put it in the chat, please, because I'm not finished.
All right, sure. No problem. Trinity, are you there? Where's Trinity?
Good afternoon, yes, sir.
Okay, Trinity, what is the letter that we use to denote the universal set? What is the letter that we use to denote the universal set? If you don't know, just say you don't know. I can tell you.
We use the letter U, the capital letter U.
Very good. We use the capital letter U. That is one way we could represent it, the universal set. Taya, what is another letter we could use to represent the universal set?
We could use the capital U.
Very good. We could use the no. She already say capital U.
Oh, my bad, it's lagging. We could use the Greek letter.
How do you pronounce it? No, epsilon.
Epsilon.
Epsilon. The Greek letter epsilon. All right. And Somaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you done with the slide? Can I move it?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. So let me move the slide. Someone wrote on my screen. Do not write on my screen, please. All right, I'm gonna put the picture inside the chat. All right, let's move on to the next one. So here we look at finding the universal set when we have it in roster form. Okay. But we can find the universal set when we but we can do the roster form. All right, so let's go. All right, so let's go. We can do it and as a Venn diagram. So this part is going to be Venn diagram rotation. So let's go. So let's use a ruler. Please use a ruler. Use a ruler to do this. And I want us to use a circular edge to get this. I'm gonna increase this size. Maybe I should. I want to do two one time so we can get good gist of it. All right, so capital A. So let's call this set A. So we're gonna try to figure out what is the universal set, but this time we're gonna use Venn diagram notation. So this is gonna be set A, and it's gonna be set B. All right. All right, so we're gonna call a set A and call a set B. Let's say that inside the set, let's say we have the numbers say we have 1. Let's say we have 4. Let's say we have 5. Let's say we have 6. Let's say inside the intersection, let's say we have 8 and 10. Let's say for this one we have 12 or 12. Let's say here we have 16. On the outside, let's say we have 20. And here, let's say you have 19. Okay, so that's that. So please draw this Venn diagram. We have set A. That means a different color for set A. Let's say we have baby blue, and let's say for set B we have a red. Okay. And so let's answer this question. So it says for the given Venn diagram, for the given Venn diagram, determine the universal set. Or let's say for the Venn diagram, answer the following. So for I, let's say we have say we want to figure out what is in the universal set. And what is it? Or what are the elements in the universal set? And let's say for this one, Maybe let me do this way. And let's say for this one, the second one, we're gonna figure out what is the number of elements inside the universal set. All right. Okay. All right, so for this question, you want to figure out, okay, what is the universal set for this question using the Venn diagram? Santos, I see you have your hand raised. You want to answer it?
Oh, yes, sir. Is
Good.
it 19 and 20?
You think it's 19 and 20?
Yes, sir. 'Cause,
Do we agree with them? That the universal set is 19 and 20? Do you agree with them?
Oh, no.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No? Sure you don't agree with Santos? All right, why don't you why you don't agree with them? Anyone can answer.
The universal set is everything.
Say it again, Chai.
The universal set is everything.
Everything. So what would be the universal set?
The numbers in A, B.
Sorry.
Just the numbers in A and B?
And the numbers outside and the numbers intersecting.
Very good. And the numbers inside and the numbers intersecting. Okay. So where's Jeremy? Jeremy. Remember you asked about the union, right? Is the union and the universal set the same thing?
Yes, sir.
This is the difference right here. For the union, we only consider those that are inside the set. But for the universal set, you have to consider all of them, including 19 and 20. Does that make sense?
Wait, repeat that again, please.
For the union, we only consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, and 12, and 16, right? For the union. But for the universal set, we have to include also 19 and 20. That's the difference.
Oh, but is the same as the visual? I mean the first universal?
So we ain't on I. Let's focus on I. Do you understand I?
I understand I.
Okay. So then we can get the I later. All right, so let's list the elements in the universal set. That's gonna be 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, and 20. So those are the elements in the universal set.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes,
We
Dale?
forgot 19.
I forgot 19. Yes, I forgot 19. Thank you. So we have 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 19, and 20. Those are elements in the universal set, all of them. All right. And this symbol right here, what do we call this Greek letter again? What do we call this?
Epsilon.
Epsilon. Very good. Good. So we can write this symbol. We put the symbol right there. By the way, they also write epsilon like this. You see how curly it looks, right? Look at this one. This one is curly. Still epsilon, but it's just curly looking. They're trying to be fancy. It's still epsilon. Okay, both are still epsilon. So they can have it like this. That means universal set. All right. All right, so let's do another example. This time I want you to, let's do II. So what is the number of elements in the universal set?
10.
10. Is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, it is 10. It is 10. It is 10. It is 10. The number of elements in the universal set is 10. Perfect. All right, so good. Any questions on this example before we move on to the next example?
Hey, how you do I again? How you do that?
We just count. So we want the number of elements in the universal set. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's 10. Excuse me, that's 10. That's how we get that.
That's all.
All right. All right. Any questions on that?
No, sir.
All right. Make sure write this down, put inside your book, take good notes so that we can, so when it's time for you to do your exam, not exam, but it's time for you to do your quiz, you can have the notes down. Okay, so let's do one more example. So for this one, let's say we have, let me call this one.
We have to draw another box?
Yes, draw another box. So this is A, and this is B. Well, let's not use A and B because we could change it up. It don't have to be A and B. It could be X and Y, or it could be anything. It could be X and Y. It could be M and N. Yeah, let's use M and N. Sorry about that. Let's use M. Just to change it. Because the sets don't have to be A and B all the time. Remember, this is the universal set. This is a symbol for it. Good. So let's pull it up. So let's say we have inside the set, let's say we have A, and then let's say we have Q, and let's say that we have R, and let's say here we have 7.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Trinity, you know what to do, right? Please do the redo of that paper one, the complete redo.
Okay.
It's not okay, Eltronic, I keep on telling you that.
Yes, sir.
So do that and send it to me tonight. So we have 7, 8, and 9. Yes, Latito? Okay, sure. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. X, Y, Z, what's in? In. 76. $80. All right, good. We're going to use the Venn diagram as well to answer these questions. So the first question is, okay, what is the universal set? The second question is, what is the number of elements in the universal set? So inside the chat for this set, for this particular problem, inside the chat, I want you to tell me what is the answer for I. What is the elements inside the universal set? Write that inside the chat for me, please. What are going to be the elements inside the universal set? Make sure you use curly brackets in answering the question. Again, for inside the chat, please answer what is going to be the elements in the universal set. What are going to be the elements in the universal set? I see a lot of weird numbers and letters and stuff. All right. Thank you, Zara. Thank you, China. Thank you, Shadney. Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Jeremiah, Latavia, Beth, Aaliyah, Sienna, Kaden, Justin, Roberts, Dion, Chai, Rashid, and Gowan. Malia, thank you. Natalia. Natalia, you think you answer right? And
I'm trusting.
or you just copy what everybody else?
No, sir, not really. I got it from my own self.
Sure. Interesting. So how come you're with everybody else?
Because we all should have the same answer.
Really?
If you're right, then all should have the same answer. If we're wrong, some people will be different.
Really? Okay. All right, so we're trying to figure out the universal set for number 2. So what is the universal set going to have in it? Can you tell me? Anyone can answer. What is the universal set going to have inside of it?
All numbers?
All of the
all of the elements.
All of the elements. Very good.
13.
All of the elements. Okay. So Tyrone, go ahead, Zara.
May I step away for a moment, please?
Yes, you can. Not Zara. Tyrone, what are the elements that are going to be in universal set?
13?
Say it again.
13?
No, not the number of elements. Just tell me the elements.
Oh, sorry. AQ.
AQ,
R. 7, 8, 12.
7, 8, 12. What else?
X, Y, Z.
X. And
Y, Z.
And Z. What else?
14, 15.
14, 15.
76, 80.
So you tell me that we include also the numbers on the outside.
Yes, sir.
Why you say that like you ain't sure? Class, do we include the numbers on the outside as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. when do we not include the numbers on the outside?
When we're talking
union.
about union.
Union.
Talking about the union of sets, yes. With the union, we don't include the number, we don't include the ones on the outside. All right, so the number of elements in the universal set is going to be what?
13.
13.
13. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 3. Very good. 1, 3. 13. All right, good, perfect. All right, so are we done with the slide? Let me know so I can move.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so since we're done with that, let's move on to graded exercise number 1. So let's write it. So for this one, you have to pay attention. You can use your notes to be able to answer these questions.
We have to send you the notes.
Yes, once you're done, send me the notes as well as the questions.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
What?
I want to finish that last slide.
This one?
No, sir. The next one. After I finish the graded thing. So I don't see.
Do you have that note? You mean this one? Do you have the notes?
No. Yes, I screenshotted it.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I could about some this.
Yes, you can.
Thank
So question number 1 says, what is a universal set? Number 2 says, which symbol is used for the universal set?
Mr. Petit, you could large your screen up, Amir.
Say it again.
You could zoom up your screen, please.
So symbol for the universal set, is it this symbol? Is it symbol? Symbol, or is it this symbol? Three. Set A equals . 21, 24, 20. Apple, orange, set B, equals set that contains.
Mr. Petit, could I be able to be excused, please?
Yes, briefly, mango, peach, 73, 98. All right, so the question is, write a universal set write a universal set associated with this, with these sets. Above. All right, finally, we have so E equals 2. But now let's say we have this box. Please use a ruler to draw your box. So we have this box, and let's start the outline. Let's say the outline is this. All right, and then let's say that this is set A. And let's say that this is set B. So let's list the elements in set A and the elements in set B. So this one has 3. Four. This will be a 3, 4, 7. Let's say we have capital B. This is small b. Um, and H. This side we have 34. For this side we have 90. For this side we have 100. Let's say on the outside we have 3.
Excuse me, Mr. T.
Hello, Zara.
For when they say write a universal set associated with the sets above,
Huh?
they say for number 3, wait, is number 3 connected to the sentence below it?
No, it's okay. Yes, number 3 is connected to the sentence below it. So using these two sets, A and B, to find out what this is going to be.
Pardon me?
Using these two sets, A and B, to figure out what this is going to be. To figure out what this is. So we need to figure out what is the universal set for this one and what is going to be the number of elements in that set. All right. What is the universal set and what is the number of elements in the set? All right. So Maya?
Yes, sir.
No, not Samaya. Somaya. 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 Where are you? Somaya, I can't hear from you. You have to speak. Can't hear from Samaya. All right, Shanice, are you there? Shanice Miller.
Yes,
What number are you on?
I'm writing the universal set for the last one.
Okay. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Shadney, what number are you
I'm on number 3.
on? Good. Once you are done, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're done, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. RJ, what number are you on?
3B.
3B. Okay, you need to change that name from RJ to your right name. What's your name, by the way?
Was.
What's your name?
Was.
I could barely hear you.
Repeal.
Say it again.
Repeal.
Akil. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, put the right name for me. Malik Rule.
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
I'm on the Venn diagram.
Okay, that's number 4.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
the universal, the last universal set, that's a completely different set from number 3, right?
Yes, that's different from number 3. Say it
Okay,
again.
thank you.
You mean this number 4, right?
Yeah, number 4. 3 is different from number 4.
That's correct. Number 3 is different
Okay.
from number 4.
Okay.
Malia Rule, what number are you on? Malia Rule, what number are you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Oh, I can hear you. Say it again.
Number 4.
Perfect. I get you. Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Elshanique, what number are you on?
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Good afternoon, Javin. Elshanique, what number are you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I sent in my work right now.
Okay, sure.
Excuse me, Mr. Vijay. I sent my work to you already.
Yeah, I see it. I see the assignments coming in. Jeremiah Johnson,
Yes, sir.
what number are you on?
Sending the work to you right now.
Say it again.
I'm sending the work to you right now.
Okay. And Faye and Kwanya. Faye and Kwanya. What number are y'all on?
Sending those 2 right there.
Send the notes as well. Please send the notes as well when you send your notes.
Mr. Petit, I send you my work.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Faye and Kwanya. Are y'all there? Faye and Kwanya. Is your mic working? Can you speak into the mic? Oh, the mic is not working. Once you finish, Faye and Kwanya, send your work to me, please. Once you're done with it. But y'all have to get your mic working. Dante, what number you on? Dante Darwell, what number you on?
Done. I'm gonna send my work right now.
Okay, and Beth? Beth, what number you on? Beth? Say it again.
Number 4.
I could barely hear you. Very low. Say it again.
Number 4.
Number 4. Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
What's your first name?
Bethany.
Bethany. Oh, Bethany. Mama Bethany. Okay.
I'm finished with my work. So
All right, Malik, since you're finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Thank you, Latalia, Latavia, Jeremiah Johnson, China, Kedronique. Where's Ken work? Kendronique, where's your brother work?
I sending my work now, sir.
Okay, make sure I send it to me. Thank you, Kendronique, very neat work. And Ashtan Webb. Ashtan? Where's Ashtan? Ashtan, what number are you on?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. What is your number?
My number?
Yes, sir.
426-8891. Again, 426-8891. That's my number. 426-8891. Let me put inside the chat. Oh, it's not okay. You're going to tell me about that. I'm done. 426-8891. That is my number. All right, so let's go over the answers for these questions. Let's go over the answers. All right, so the first question is, what is the universal set? Can you all tell me what you all have for that one? What you have for what is the universal set? What do you all have?
I have a universal set is a set that contains all elements under consideration of a problem.
That's correct. Anyone else have that? The universal set is a set.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shion, anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Very good. The universal set. Very good, Anastasia. The universal set contains all. So the answer is right there, right? It's in the first thing I gave you. So the universal set is going to be the set that contains all objects or elements under the consideration for a particular problem. That's what the universal set is. All right, contains all of the elements inside the set, every last one. Those are the elements that are inside the union, the elements that are inside intersection, the elements that are inside A only, B only, all of them. All right, which symbol, this one number 2 is a tricky one. Which symbol is used for the universal set? Which y'all have for that one?
T.
Which symbol? A, B, C, or D?
D.
D. Sure it's not A?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is A anyway? What is A? What does that mean?
Element of.
Element of, very good. What does C mean? What does C mean? What is that?
Intersection.
Intersection, very good. And what is D?
Universal set.
Universal set, very good. Universal set. All right, good. So now we have number. How many persons got number 1 and number 2 right so far? Let me know. Got number 1.
Me, Kate, and George.
Aiden.
I got it.
Sharon.
I got it.
Shion, Sienna.
I got it.
All right, so number 3. Write the universal set associated with the sets above. So what is the universal set associated with these sets? The answer is going to be, I'm going to ask, let me ask Gianna, what do you have for number 3? Universal set associated with these two sets.
For number 3?
Number 3, yes.
I have 21, 24,
21, 24,
24, 20,
20, yes.
73,
Say it again.
8,
Say it again.
73, 73.
Oh, that's how you do it. Let's deal with A first, and then let's go to B. Okay. So
we doing it in order?
21, 24. It don't have to be in order. 21, 24, 20, and what? Apple.
Apple.
Orange. What else?
Go.
Mango.
Yes. Peach.
21.
73.
73. Oh, wait, no, not 21.
Ah, very good. We already have 21. Thank you.
73.
73.
73. Good point.
8.
And 98. Perfect. Now, how many persons got this one? Number 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Me. I just
Got it.
missed one mistake.
What the mistake was?
I put 21 twice.
Ah, 21 twice. No repeats, remember? No repeats. All right, no repeats. Okay, perfect. Bethany, what do you have for Bethany, did you get number 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have for number 4I? The universal set for number 4I.
3, 4, 7,
Uh-huh.
P, M, N, H, 24, 90, 100, T, E, U, I.
That's correct. So let's list it again. 3, 4, 7, P, M, N, H. 3, 4, 7, E, M, N, H, 34, 90, 100, C, E, U, and I. Good. How many persons got that? You know, how many persons got that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. And the grand finale. What is the number of elements in
Yes, sir.
the universal set?
14.
13.
14 or 13? Which one?
14.
14.
14 or 13?
14.
Or 13. Some people say 13, some people say 14. Let's count.
14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Can't go wrong. 14 is the answer. All right, 14. All right, now for the question of the day. How many persons got all right?
Yes, sir.
Me.
Yes, sir.
All right, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Make sure please send in your work. Take a picture of your work along with the notes. Along with the notes. Take a picture of your work along with the notes. All right. Again, take a picture of your notes. Take a picture of your notes as well as the questions that you answered. All right, any questions on this? Do y'all think y'all understand what we mean by the universal set? Is it clear to you? All right, that's good. Anyone else? Any questions? All right. All right. How many persons have done this in school already? Anyone have done this already in school?
Me, but
Yeah.
you teach me some additional stuff I didn't know, so thank you.
Yeah.
Like what? What do you didn't
Like
know?
about the universal sets and stuff like that, I didn't know about.
We didn't know universal set. Okay. All right. The next thing that we need to know, remember the topic is, he said the topic is universal set and complement of a set. So now we're going to talk about what do we mean by the complement of a set. So that's the next section, complement. Complement of a set. So we know what the universal set is, but what is the complement of a set? All right. It's like the complement of A or the complement of B or the complement of the union. All right. Now, in everyday language, when someone say, hey, I give you a compliment, right? What does that mean? Someone say, hey, that's a compliment. What does that mean? When they say they give you a compliment. Anyone know what a compliment is?
For example, like if they say, oh, you look nice.
Okay,
Something flattering, I guess.
Okay, something flattering, something that is a nice word, or that Make you
Something
feel good.
kind.
Nice.
Yeah, something kind, something nice, right? All right, so the complement in maths is definitely not like complement in English language, right? When we say compliment in maths, we're not talking about telling someone a generous word. But when we say compliment in maths, we're actually talking about everything that is not in that set. So this is the definition. The complement of A, so say the set is A. The complement of A is all the members of the universal set which are not. Which are what? Which are not. Which are what? Which are not the elements of A. That is very, very important. The complement of A is all elements that is not in A, but it's inside the universal set. So basically, you're going to look at the universal set, and you're going to take out all of the elements in A, and then the rest is the complement of A. All right, so that's what the complement of A
I have a
is.
question, Mr. Pradeep.
Yes, Latalia.
So when we talk about a complement of a set, when it says not an element of, wouldn't it be like the elements outside both circles, or would it be just the sets of B? Or
Very good. So it'll be the sets of B and the sets that are outside. You understand what I'm saying? So if we want the complement of A, we cannot include any elements from A. So it'll be whatever is inside B, right? And whatever is on the outside. So there's a symbol. So the symbol for the complement of set A is the following. There are various, right? The first one is what we call A prime. That's this. So you have, let me see, A prime. So A, capital A. This is the most common one, A prime. That's the complement of a set, all right? The next one is, anyone ever saw the symbol before? A prime. That's, we call it the complement of a set. No one, anyone?
I saw it before.
Jabez, yeah. That's complement of a set. Another one that is done, but I don't see this a lot. Honestly, I don't see this one a lot in your exams, but this also means complement. Yeah. A bar, that's complement. So A prime is complement, that can mean complement. A bar is complement. Complement is also, they could also write, again, these ones are not common in your exams, but these are also ways you can write complement. A, capital A, but a small c. That's also complement. So those are ways that you could write the complement. A prime, A bar, or AC. All of them means the same thing, complement of A. All right. So we can visualize, right? So we can visualize the complement of A using the Venn diagram. Below. We could visualize what a complement could be, right? By using a Venn diagram. It's like how we could show the union of two sets using a Venn diagram. It's like how we could show the intersection of two sets using a Venn diagram. We could also show the union of two sets. We could also show the complement of two sets using the Venn diagram as well. So let me show you all the complements of A using the Venn diagram. So let's say I don't know if y'all still can see my screen, but let's say we have oh, sorry, this is the wrong slide. Right now. So again, we're gonna draw.
Excuse me, but we drawing this, writing this right?
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. So let's say we have this. Well, let's say this is out. Let's say we have the outline like so. Let's shade this in black. Let me increase this. So let's say that this is A, right? Let's say that this is set A, that's called set A. Let's use purple. And let's say set B is here. And this is very, oh my goodness. I cannot emphasize the importance of this idea, all right? Very, c'est très important, very, very important, all right? That you understand this, because a lot of persons don't understand this when it's time for their exams. They get confused. So complement is definitely a way for them to trick you. So the complement of a set, let's say, for example, the set has the numbers 1, all right, 2, let's start simple. Say we have, ouch. Let's say we have 3. Let's say this is 4. Say that this is 5. Say that this is 6. Say that this is 7. Let's say that this one is 8. 9. 10. 11. On the outside, you have 12. You have 13. And you have 14. All right, so the question is, we're not gonna be extensive here. It's a very simple question. Give me one moment, let me note this. Using the Venn diagram. I. What is a complement? All right. What is the complement? What is the number of elements in the complement of A? And what is the number of elements in the complement of B? All right. Also, true or false? True or false? One is the elements of a complement. B, 8 is not an element. Not 8, sorry. Yeah. 8 is not an element.
Mr. Petit,
Small.
I'm still not quite too sure how to do the complement
No, we
set.
gotta do it together, right? So these are enough for you to do on your own. These are for us to do together.
All the same work.
This is for us to do together. I mean, you could start it on your own, but I haven't taught the complement. So we're gonna do them together. All right, so. All right. In the chat, I want you all to try it. Tell me what you think is the complement of A in the chat. Now don't go copying people's answers because you think they're right. Because they might just be right, wrong. So in the chat, one moment, let me just put the universal set symbol that's needed. But in the chat, I want you to tell me what you think is the complement of A. What is the complement of A? Put the answer inside the chat, please. What is the complement of A? Jabez, where is your curly brackets? You can't tell me a set if you don't have curly brackets. So in the chat, tell me what is the complement of A? What is the complement of A in the chat? Again, put what you think is the complement of A inside the chat for me, please. What is the complement of A in the chat?
Mr. Petit, I don't class on my phone.
Oh, okay. What number are you on?
Number 14.
Number 14. Do you understand how I'm doing it?
Yes, sir. But I have a question about one of them.
What's the question?
For the time one, right? Like I know, like remember last semester you was teaching us for borrowing a whole hour, right? When I did that in class, in math class, the teacher said you're not supposed to borrow a whole hour.
So how did they teach you to do it? With their smart self?
He just like basically there was like an hour short because they had like 3 hours and something for one question we do, and I had 4 hours and something because we borrow an hour, but like I don't know.
No, that's how you do it. I need to see the question and see where you want. But yeah, you
I just
can.
sent you it.
Yeah, you can borrow hour. I know they talking full.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
May I use the bathroom, please?
Problem. Who is Cheng? Because I'm about to remove you. I don't know who that is. All right, so
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
yes, they are.
I have to leave and join back. The screen is black for me.
Okay, yeah, leave and join back. All right, so what is a complement? I see a lot of persons have their own thingy. But remember, a complement is everything that is not in A. So let's shade in everything that's not in A. Let's go back.
Oh.
Everything that is not in A. So let's shade it. So this is not an A. This is not an A. So the outside is not, it's not an A. So that's the complement.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am.
My brother picking me up so I can like use internet for like a couple seconds.
Okay, no problem. So all of this right here is the complement. So all the outside is the complement. So you should have 12, 13, and 14 in your complement. All right, all of that is the complement. All right. Next up, is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the complement? Is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the complement?
No.
No.
sir.
Why no?
sir.
Why no?
Because
Because you say the complement of 8, so that means everything that's not an 8.
Very good. Everything that's not an 8. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 can't work. How about 5, 6, and 7?
No, sir.
So
No,
Why
sir.
not? Why not?
Because that's still inside 8.
It's still a thing of 8.
Very good. Still a part of 8. So the only thing that we can include is 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Only those 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. All right, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay. Good. How many persons got that? 8, 9, 10, 11.
I got it now.
Who said that?
That's me, Mr. Petit.
Ah, Shion. Very funny. All right, so it's gonna
I
be.
wanna get it right. If I didn't put 5, 6.
Mr. Petit, I don't understand it.
What's the name?
Latika.
Latika. Okay, so Latika, you cannot include anything that's inside of 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are inside of 8. We don't include that, but we include everything else. All right, that's what we mean by the complement. Everything that is inside the universal set except for 8. So you cannot include none of these elements in 8. So 8, 9, and 10, and 11, they are in B, so you can include that. 12, 13, and 14 are not in A, so you can include that. So that's why the answer is 8, 9, 10, 11. You understand that, Latika? 12, 13, and 14.
Yes, sir.
You sure?
No, sir.
Say it again?
No, sir.
No, okay. Let me explain it one more time. Tell me, Latika, what are the elements of A? If I were to say what are elements of A, what did you tell me? Tell me what the elements of A are. What are in A? Latika, I'm talking to you. What are the elements in A? Say it again.
2.
Tell me all of the elements in A. All of the elements in A.
2, 4, 6, 8.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No. I want Latika to answer. What are the elements in 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No. Only in 8. Only in 8. I only want the ones in 8. Like you don't know. How do you don't know? We've been doing this like 1,000 times. All right, let me circle 8. These are the elements in 8.
7.
Wait. I want Latika to answer. Latika, can you see the circle?
Yes, sir.
These are the elements in 8. Tell me the elements in 8, Latika.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Good. Are you sure these are the elements in 8?
Yes, sir.
Good. Do not include none of them. That's the complement. All right.
Okay.
That's why we have, it's not okay, Tika.
Yes, sir.
That's why we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. You understand that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So don't include none of the elements that are in 8. Only the elements that are outside of 8. All right. Anyone else have any questions on that? Besides Latika? I know it's sort of weird. How many persons understand how you get it? You understand how you get it?
Me.
All right, good, perfect. Now for the other one, we want B complement. B complement. Put inside the chat, please. What is B complement? B complement. What is B complement? B complement. What is B complement? What is B complement? Put inside the chat for me, please. What is B complement? And Latika, you're gonna be the one to answer this when I ask it. Do you hear me, Latika? B complement. I want B complement, please. Tell me what is B complement. Thank you. Bethany, China, Gianna, Kaden, Chardonnay, Tyrone, Aaliyah, Dion, Sarah, Kedrinique, Anastasia, Natalia, Shanice, Chai, Jeremy, Olivia. Thank you. Erica, Kendrick. Thank you. The rest of you, I need you to answer. What are the elements that inside B complement?
I've answered now.
One moment. Hello, Joseph. Why are you not answering inside the chat? No, you wasn't typing because you didn't answer for the first one and you want to answer for the second one. So that means you're developing a trend. Answer inside this class. No.
Mr. Badi, I finished.
You do it all the time, and you don't even have no notes. Anyway, answer inside this class, and then once you finish the slide, take a picture of your notes and send it to me, please. All right, Joseph?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we're doing, or you don't get it?
Yes, sir, I understand.
All right, put your hand inside the chat. All right. Go ahead, Latika. What are the elements of the complement?
1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14.
Say it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14.
Very good. Dante, Darva, why do you have March in the chat? What does that mean?
I'm missing good March.
Okay. All right. So the answer is, so we want, let me just show you all that. We want all of the elements that are not in B. So that's going to be all of this. That's not in B. All right. We don't want none of this that's inside of B. All right. That is the complement of B. All the elements that is not in B. Right? Not in B. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, and 14. That's your answer. That's the elements that are not in B. So again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not 5. We don't have 5 right now. We have 12, then 13. 13, then 14. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, and 14.
Mr. Petit,
Huh?
I try to understand this. And the complement is the element, but it's the letter A, but it's the complement, and that's and it's supposed to be numbers which are not an A.
Yeah.
But
So,
why is it the complement of B is?
Okay, so if a set is called A, the complement of A would be the elements that is not in A. But if we have a set called B, the complement of B would be the elements not in B. Like the letter don't matter. Is that?
Oh, okay. All right then.
All right. Now, what is the number of elements in A complement? Anyone can answer. You don't have to put in the chat. Put a number of elements in A complement.
7.
7. 1,
7.
4,
7.
5,
7.
7. That's correct. The number of elements in B complement is what?
7.
True. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. Now, a quick question. What is the number of elements in the universal set? Mm-hmm.
6.
No. What is the number of
11.
elements in the universal set? Nope, not 11.
I mean 14.
14.
14.
14.
14.
14. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4,
14.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. True or false? A is an element, sorry, 1 is an element of A complement.
False.
False.
False, definitely false. 1 is not there because 1 is in A. So 1 can't be in its complement. So the answer is false. True or false? 8 is not an element of A.
True.
False. False.
True or false?
False.
True.
8 is not an element of A.
True.
That's true.
True.
8 is not an A. Is 8 an A? No.
No, sir.
8 is in B. So the answer is true. All right. Please take a picture of this last slide and send a picture of it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this last slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. Olivia, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Could you repeat A again for me, please? That's below number 5.
This one? 1 is an element of A complement. 1 is an A, so 1 can't be a part of the complement.
Got it. Thanks.
Take a picture of your work for me and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, everyone, make sure to take a picture of your notes or else you'll be in plenty trouble. I do look at every single person work. So make sure to take a picture of your work, please.
Mr. PA, send you mine.
All right, no problem. Latika, you need to send it to me as soon as
My
you
mother
get.
takes my phone.
When your mother arrives, she says she arrives at home around 8
She
o'clock.
take my phone. No, she take it.
Yeah. But I'm saying when she arrives home at around about 8 o'clock, when she tell me she's come home, then you allow her to take a picture. Take the picture with her phone. Okay. Yes, Shanice.
I gotta leave though, because that's when you gotta allow me to take it.
Yeah, I understand. You can do it after class.
Okay.
Yes, Shanice.
Can you thoroughly explain V, please? V and A and B, just so I won't be confused.
Okay, sure, no problem. So what I'm saying is 1 is an element of a complement. So let's look at a complement. What are the elements in a complement, Shanice?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
No.
6.
No. A complement.
Oh,
What
a
are the
complement.
elements in a
Sorry.
complement? Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Good. Is 1 there?
No.
No. So 1 is not an element of a complement. So that's why it's false.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This one says 8 is an element of 8. Sorry, 8 is not an element of B. That's true because 8 is in B.
Right.
8 is not in 8. So that's why it's true.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can I have the I guess the definition or basically the layout for those symbols so I would not confuse myself in the future reference?
That was last week. So this symbol, let me go back. This symbol right here, E, means it's an element of.
Right.
This one means it's an element of. This one means it's not an element of.
Okay.
Right. So that's that. So this is that an element of? This is not an element of. All right, please send in your work. Kirkland, you see your hand raised. You have a question?
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
So I was doing paper 2 for the BGCSE.
Yeah.
I forget my question.
Circle theorem?
I can't. Yeah. I went. It wasn't okay for me to it's not like I use Google for the answers, but I basically sit through 7 videos learning how to do circle theorem. So I was able to do it. So I basically did every question. There shouldn't be nothing blank on it by the next time. Well, not by next time, but probably by tonight or tomorrow morning when I send it to you.
Okay, sure, no problem.
All right.
And it's not all right, Kirkland. I keep on telling you that it's either yes or no. So keep on doing that.
Sorry. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now it's 8 o'clock, so that means it's time for English language. So if you have a separate book for English, you can write in that separate book. If you do not, then that means you have to continue writing in the same book. Make sure that you have all of your notes secured, because if you don't have all of your notes secured, then that means that when it's time for you to review or when it's time to do the quiz, you won't be able to have it. Right?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Sorry to interrupt. While you guys are doing English, can I continue to write the notes?
Yeah, sure, no problem. No doubt.
Yes.
All right, so tonight, it's not a topic. Today is Monday, the 18th of September, 2023. The subject is, of course, mathematics. English language. All right, English language. Tonight we're going to be looking at independent clauses. Let me put the topic. The topic is independent clauses versus dependent clauses. What's the difference between an independent clause and a dependent clause? Is there any? Someone say, "Can I try?" Who's that?
Me?
Me is who? Who is me?
Natalia, Mr. Petit.
Who's Natalia? Do I have a Natalia in this class?
Oh wow, it's like that.
Yes, Natalia, you can try.
Wouldn't independent clauses act on its own? And wouldn't dependent clauses it be by itself and wouldn't have a act no, it would be with how to explain this. It would be independent clauses would be look how I forget. Independent clauses wouldn't independent clauses be oh, this has something to help explain it, and wouldn't dependent closet wouldn't have nothing to explain it?
The other way around.
Oh, so I know I was mixed up.
Okay, so you're very close. Very close. When we say something is independent, or when we talk about independence, right? What comes to your mind when we talk about something independent? Like if I say
Like
this person is
it
square,
work on its own.
it works on its own. I know my screen is not sharing, so I paused it. It work on its own. Okay. What do we say? Something is dependent. What does that mean?
It depends on somebody else.
It depends on something, right? It depends on something. So that's basically the difference between independent and dependent clauses in summary. But first we have to define what we mean by a clause, is the first thing. And then we can talk about, so like I said, the first thing we're going to do is define what we mean by a clause. What are clauses in English language? Because it's not only those two, it's different types of clauses. You have, besides independent clauses, you have noun clause, you have adverbial clause, all that different clauses, right? But tonight we only be focusing on independent and dependent clauses, and maybe when we go on, what time we have English? We have English again on Wednesday. We can look at what we mean by the other types of clauses, right?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
What we have tomorrow after math?
Health science and general science, just like last week. All right. So let's start with the notes. So clauses are fundamental components of English grammar. So we use, listen, even though you might not know what you're using, but we use clauses all the time. Like a lot of times we use stuff and we don't like know exactly what we're doing, but we're actually doing something very sophisticated. So they serve, right, as the building blocks for constructing sentences. All right. There are different types of clauses, such as, give me an example of a clause. We know two already. We know two already. Give me
Noun clauses.
So independent clauses. Sorry, independent clause, right? What else? Dependent clauses. Adjective clause.
Is there a noun clause?
There is a noun clause, yeah. Adverbial, sorry, clause. Noun clauses. And conditional clause. So they are groups. So clauses, let me just say what them. Clauses are groups of of words that contain a subject and a predicate, and they come in various types, each with distinct functions and characteristics. So when we talk about clauses, they will be used to make up sentences, right? And sometimes clauses are sentences themselves, and sometimes the clause is not a sentence, right? But one thing, they're gonna have a subject and a predicate, and they have various roles, right? And depending on the role is how we use them, all right? But then we're gonna be looking at what is the difference between an independent clause and a dependent clause, right? What is the difference between those two, independent clause and a dependent clause? So let's begin, independent clause. So independent clause. This is what we call the main clause, right? It's a main clause. This is one that works all on its own. It's independent of anything. It could stand on its own, right? Doesn't need no supporting cast. It doesn't need anyone, but it can have, but it doesn't need it. Yes, Kirkland, you have a question? So these are also known as main clauses or standalone sorry. They are standalone units of meaning and can function as their own as complete sentences on their own. So they don't need nothing added to them in order for them to be complete, okay? For example, Sarah is an excellent reader. Or we can say, let me do that. I must put the punctuation. Or Matthew enjoys playing the piano. So it stands alone on its own. It doesn't need no help. It's a complete sentence, expresses a complete idea on its own. All right, that's an independent clause. A dependent clause, on the other hand, these are also known as subordinate clauses. All right. They cannot function as complete sentences independently. They rely, the thing is that dependent clauses actually rely on independent clauses to make sense. It's kind of interesting. That's a noteworthy fact. Like if you combine an independent clause with if you combine a dependent clause with an independent clause, guess what? You actually got something that makes sense. But on their own, dependent clauses don't make no sense. Like they're not complete. So they rely on independent clauses.
So, Mr. Petit, so basically they're like fragment sentences.
Yeah, yes, they are sentence fragments. That's correct. They are a type of sentence fragments. So a dependent clause is actually that's a very good point. I was going to say that. You look at my notes, Taylor. You have to be looking at my notes. I was going to say that.
No,
like,
so not really.
Yeah, it's a sentence fragment. That's one of the ways you could identify a dependent clause. So they rely on independent clauses to form a complete thought. Okay. They are typically introduced by subordinating conjunctions. And the subordinating conjunctions, anyone know what subordinating conjunctions are? I don't know if we've done that in this class.
Wouldn't that be like but, can, comma? And what, like fanboys basically.
Like what?
Fanboys.
Oh, okay. Although, because, if, when, and while. Those are examples of subordinating conjunctions. If you have a sentence that starts with although, because, if, when, while, those are dependent clauses. Okay, so for example, I can say, although she loves to read, that's a subordinated conjunction. Or we can say, I mean, that's a dependent clause. Or we can say, because he practices piano every day. So those are examples of dependent clauses. Why are these dependent clauses? Anyone can think of? Why would we call them dependent clauses? What's the hint that could let you know that these are dependent clauses? Although she loves to read, and because he practices piano, what is the hint that you can know that these are dependent clauses?
The conjunction. Yeah,
subordinated conjunction. Okay, what else?
Yes,
what else lets us know that it's a independent clause?
They're telling you what they like to do?
No. Is it complete? Like,
no.
Is it a complete thought?
Why?
No.
No.
No, it's not a complete thought. Although she loves to read, okay? And because he practices piano every day, okay? Like, what else? Finish it up. So you still left with a sense of, like, this sentence ain't complete. You know what I mean? But for But for independent clauses, what is your way of figuring out that something is a dependent clause? How do you know? I mean, independent clause, how do you know if they're independent?
The sentence complete.
Sentence is complete. It's a complete thought, right? It's a complete thought, fully formed thought or idea. Okay. All right, so Sarah, you have a question?
My math teacher don't know what a set is.
Your math teacher don't know what a set is?
Yes, sir.
That's not true. I don't believe that.
It is. I carried my tutor book to school yesterday because she asked me if I was doing tutoring for BJC.
Uh-huh.
And I told her, yes, mom, right? So I showed her my book, and she
Uh-huh.
said, what's this? She said, I don't understand what this is.
What? What school does she teach at?
Bahamas Academy.
Jesus, keep me not across. Why?
Excuse me, Miss Petit.
Let's go. Yes, Calvin.
My internet did drop.
Okay, yeah, then I can actually go. Yeah, that's like the basics. It comes in almost every exam. Like frequently.
We learned in grade 7.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The world coming to an end. All right, so are we done with the slide? Let me ask.
No,
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir. No.
All right. Chardonnay, what is an independent clause? Chardonnay.
An independent clause is a clause that can stand on its own and
It's a
it can
clause
be
that-
written as a complete sentence.
Very good. It can stand on its own, it can be written as a complete sentence. Latavia, what is another word that we could use for independent clause? Latavia, what's another word that we could use for independent clause? Latavia, are you there? Can't hear from the. Yes, Latavia? I didn't hear you, Latavia. You open your mic, but I didn't hear you. What's another word that we could use for independent clause? I can't hear from Latavia. Maybe she's have it in the chat. Let's see. No, I can't hear you, Latavia. I can't hear you. Nope. Destiny, what's another word we could use for independent, what's another word we could use for independent clauses? What's another way that it's called? Destiny. Destiny, what are independent clauses called? Okay, can I from Destiny?
I can answer, Mr. Vidik.
Go ahead, Dion.
They are also known as main clause.
They're also known as main clauses. And see, Anna, what are dependent clauses also known as?
Clauses that cannot function as a complete sentence independently.
No, what are they also known as, not the definition.
Subordinate clauses.
Subordinate clauses, very good. I spelled this wrong, so they also know how to. Subordinate clauses, very good. Bethany, what are dependent clauses? Like, what are they?
Pardon me?
What are dependent clauses?
Dependent clauses are a clause that cannot stand on its own as a complete sentence.
Very good. It cannot stand on its own as a complete sentence. Good. Okay, so let's write this. Are we done with the slide? Can I move it?
No,
No, sir. No, sir.
So
No?
No, sir.
I don't know, it's taking y'all forever to write this. I don't know why. Chardonnay, are you done with this? Hey, Chardonnay, are you finished? Chardonnay Thompson, are you done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ajani, are you done with the slide?
I'm almost done.
How about you, Aliyah? You finished writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she's done. Andrew, are you finished with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Say it
Yes,
again.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, in the chat, I want you to go ahead, Garvin.
You can send the notes in the chat, please.
Which one? This one or the previous one?
There was a previous one.
You mean the math one? The math ones?
I like that too, please.
Okay. I'd love to send you that after class because we're on English now.
Yes, sir.
Mr. D, can you send it to me also after class, please, as I was a little late? Good afternoon, by the way.
No problem. I'll send it to you.
That's the beginning. I have a question.
Go ahead.
What BJCs you have to take to do architecture?
Architecture. Do technical drawing. Make sure you do technical drawing. That's very important. That'll give you a good good foundation. So when you start architecture, and then when you go in high school, make sure that you take graphical communication. Those two. BJC do technical drawing, and BGCSE do graphical communication.
Okay.
It's not okay. There's no okay in it.
I said thank you, Mr. Batiste.
Oh, you said thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so let's move. I want you inside the chat. Put an example of an independent clause in the chat. Your own example. Don't use my example. Put an example of an independent clause in the chat and a dependent clause inside the chat. Your own example. All right, Marnie, don't use no software. Use your own example. Okay, Marnie?
Yes, sir.
All right. Because you always
Excuse me,
done
Mr.
it.
McQueen.
Say it again.
I said, excuse me.
Go ahead.
When I was in senior high school, I actually took AutoCAD as well. Then my
Oh.
teacher, she went back to an island, so I was unable to take that graphical communication. They put me in agriculture instead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, but put an independent clause and a dependent clause inside the chat, please. I want y'all to do that. Put an independent clause and then a dependent clause inside the chat. Your own example. I bounced the ball on the court. Exploring historic museums and attending motivational lectures is something that I am fond of. Very good. Dependent clause when the Prime Minister arrives. Yes, that's good, Marani. Still waiting on the other ones. Independent clause. Henry is really good at basketball. He regularly scores 2 to 3 games. Caden is an excellent basketball player. Independent clause. Lisa is getting ready to go to a party. Yes, that's independent clause. Chardonnay. My sister loves to read fiction books. Where's the pronunciation? Anastasia, that's actually a dependent clause. I mean, an independent clause. I saw it. That's independent. Because you have the subject, which is I, the verb, saw, and it, the thing. Independent. I scored a goal with my soccer team. Please put punctuations, please. Period. Full stop. Make sure I put that. Independent. The boy runs across the field. Very good. Dependent. Because he got first place. Very good. Marnik, I love exploring clock towers and watching people play frisbee. That's correct. Malik, that is a good book. No, that's actually a independent clause. That could work. Shanice. And Michaela loves ice cream. You mean Shanice? You mean independent clause? I see you have dependent clause. It's a clause. If the dawn breaks, yep. If the dawn breaks, that works. Dependent clause. Whenever I have free time, I head out to enjoy activities. Taya, thank you. Maria loves to watch horror movies with her friends. Good. Justin Cash, Marx is really good at math. Okay. Make sure put the punctuation marks on these things. Mike had one today. Kaden, Dewey is good in class. I like that. That's good. Independent clause. I like to run fast. Dependent, because she reads good. Independent, the boy on the big field. Dependent, I saw. All right. Because he's always eating, very good. Independent, Kelly loves to go. You have to start the independent clause with a capital letter. One enjoys watching football games on Monday nights. Good. The Prime Minister's speech. You have to start the dependent clause with a subordinating conjunction. One. Independent clause. Ashley is an expert on the computer. Yep. I love to read about nature. Don't forget the period. Jevin. All right. Okay, good. So waiting on the others to write their example, like Sienna and Joseph, who never respond when I say put the stuff inside the chat. Yes, Sarah.
Excuse me, Santi. May I be excused?
Oh, God.
Excuse me, Steve, did you say something?
Say it again. You asked to be excused, right?
Yes, sir.
I say yes again.
Good night, everyone.
All right. So please put your own example of an independent clause and a dependent clause inside the chat. Again, put your own example of an independent clause and a dependent clause inside the chat. Your own example. Remember, for independent clause, you want to make sure that it starts with capital letter. It expresses a complete thought. For dependent clause, remember to start off with a subordinated conjunction, like because, or although, or when, something like that. All right, are y'all done with the slide? Can I move from this one?
Not yet.
No.
One more thing.
Definitely not. I gone. Y'all had almost 30 minutes to write one slide. That doesn't make no sense at all. All right, if you don't have the slide, please make sure check inside the chat for the slide. I'm gonna move it. Dependent, because she's sitting in like that. Dependent, although the roads are horrible, very good. Bethany, dependent, because she's a wonderful singer, very good. Gianna, I don't know if this is independent or dependent. You have to tell me. I enjoy sitting by the fireplace. Put the period. Because I like outside. Okay. Nelly enjoys dancing in the rain. All right, good. Thank you all for those who participated in that activity. All right, let's do this great exercise before we go. So, great exercise.
Mr. Petit, you can send it to my WhatsApp.
Number 1. Yes, I can. So, don't head up again. Just write great exercise number. All right.
Okay.
It's not okay. Don't come with that now with that.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what I want you to do, the instructions are write I for independent clause and write D for dependent clause. Number 1. The symphony of colors painted across the evening sky left me awestruck. Write I for independent, write D for dependent. The symphony of colors painted across the evening sky left me awestruck. Number 2. Because the negotiations were conducted with utmost diplomacy again, write I for independent, write D for dependent. Make sure I write down the sentence as well as the answers. Don't just write down the answers. Since she had meticulously planned every detail Number 4. Eloquent speech, resonated deeply, with the hearts of the audience. Number 5. Although the artwork appeared abstract, number 6. As she delved into the ancient manuscript, number 7. The groundbreaking research findings revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Number 8. Despite facing numerous setbacks, no, my apologies. Since it had been raining 4 days on end, number 9. The mesmerizing dance performance captivated the entire audience. All right, just those 9. Write I for independent, write D for dependent.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, that's all you right then?
That's all. Only those 9.
After I finish this, I can send the picture. Already, somebody phone because not me when I phone.
Remember, Latika, did you write down the questions? Sorry, did you write down sentences?
That's fine. That being said,
Okay, yes. You can exit. You can take the picture.
okay. Wait,
Marnik, what number you on? Marnik, what number you on?
Pardon me?
Marnik, not Malik, Marnik. Marnik, what number you on?
Question 6, sir. 6.
6, okay. Aaron, what number you on? Aaron, what number you on? And can't hear from Aaron. Aaron, if you could hear me, make sure type inside the chat if your mic is not working. Andrew, what number you on? Andrew? Andrew, what number you on?
Number 4.
Understand what to do?
Yeah, so.
All right, good. Enrico, are you there? Enrico?
Excuse me.
Also, when you send your work, please send in your notes as well. Don't just send in the work, send your notes as well. Someone have a question?
Mr. Petit, I'm finished as well.
Okay, once you finish, take a picture of your notes, please. Again, once you finish, take a picture of your notes.
Mr. Petit, did you send the notes to my WhatsApp?
No, I haven't sent it yet. Rashad, you have a question?
I sent him my notes and my exercise.
Sent in both, let me see. So you finished the entire exercise?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Mr. Boutique,
Yes, China?
like done.
I see yours as well. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you, Gia. Not Gia, Gianna. Thank you, Aaliyah.
I'm sending it to my mom since she has it.
All right, Malik. Thank you, Letitia. Letitia, also send the notes as well. Adrian, are you there?
I'm here.
What number are you on?
Number 9.
Number 9, okay. Aaliyah, are you finished?
Yes, sir.
Right, and Ashtan, what number are you on? Ashtan, what number are you on? Malia, you have to do that right now. If you're talking about deadline, you have to do this right now. The deadline is right now. Ashtan, what number are you on? Can't have from Ashtan. Bethany, what number are you on?
Number 8.
Number 8, good. Kaden, what number are you on?
I'm waiting for my mother to finish with her phone so she can send the work to you.
You're finished? Okay. Um, Destiny, what number you on? Where's Destiny?
I'm going to the answers now.
Okay. Um, Dante? Dante, what number you on?
I'm answering them now.
Say it again.
I said I done writing them, but I'm answering them now.
Gonna answer that, okay.
Mr.
Let's
Petit,
say, yes.
do you have time to go over the sketch tonight?
I told you after class, right? I have time. Once we finish, I can go over. Where is yes.
I was building art business.
Art?
Yeah, sir.
Because I cannot draw. I got a C in my art PJC. So you don't want to learn from me. Yeah. Malia, what number are you on, Malia? Malia Roll, what number are you on?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What number are you on?
I finished writing them down. I just answering them.
Okay, and Sam Childs. Who's Sam Childs? Who that is? Sam
sir.
Childs? What's your name is?
Sam Charles.
It's not Samuel, it's literally Sam.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm sending the work now.
Say it again.
I'm sending the work to you right now. It's already sent.
All right, sure. All right, so let's answer it. Erica, you done?
Yeah, I sent my work in already.
All right, so that means you can help me with number one. Read the question. Sorry, read the sentence and then answer it for me, please. If you're for number one.
The sympathy of colors across the evening sky left me, what do you call, awestruck?
Awestruck.
Awestruck. I have, what I have. Hold on, let me get a phrase book. I have independent.
Independent. Anyone else have independent? Or y'all have dependent for this?
I have the independent.
Independent is correct. Independent is correct. It stands alone, right? It stands alone. Latalia, what we have? Can you read this sentence and then tell me what it is? The number two.
Yes, sir. Because the negotiations were conducted with utmost. Oh my goodness. Utmost
diplomacy.
Oh my goodness. Diplomacy.
All right, read it again. Read it again.
Because the negotiations were conducted with utmost diplomacy.
All right, what you have?
I have dependent.
You have what?
I have dependent.
Dependent. Anyone else have dependent for this?
I do.
All right. Anyone else? Dependent.
I do.
I do.
Yes, it's dependent. Why is dependent?
Because it stands alone.
Because it stands alone? What?
My bad. I was thinking about something else.
Because it has what? Someone said it.
Because it has Subordinatory conjunction.
Subordinating conjunction. What is a subordinating conjunction in this case?
Because.
Because. All right. Next question. I want Aaliyah. Can you read number 3, please?
Since she had, how to say this word?
Meticulously.
Meticulously plan every detail.
Very good. Which one for that one?
Dependent.
Say it again.
Dependent.
Dependent. Anyone else have dependent?
Yes, sir.
That's all me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
I thought this one was gonna trick y'all. Which y'all actually got it. So yes.
If you got time up the class, no one draw flower. Let me see how bad you think. I'll see who's bad.
Ah, no, I'm horrible. Number 4. Number 4, I'm gonna ask. Kendrinique, can you read number 4 for me, please? Kendrinique. Where's Kendrinique? Can I have from Kendrinique? Bethany, can you read number 4, please? Bethany? Sorry, not Destiny, Bethany. This probably sounds much alike. Okay, can I have from Bethany? Chardonnay, can you read number 4, please?
Pardon me?
Chardonnay, can you read number 4?
The eloquent speech.
But no. What's this word?
Eloquent?
Eloquent.
Eloquent.
Huh?
That eloquent speech resonated deeply with the hearts of the audience.
Very good. What you have for that?
I have independent.
Independent. Very good. That's what it is. Anyone else have independent for number 4?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Excellent. For those who have independent for number 4. See, Anna, what you have for number 5? Read it for me, please.
Although the artwork had appeared abstract, I am dependent.
Dependent. Why you have dependent?
Because it doesn't,
Say it again. You're breaking up.
I'm trying to gather my words.
Oh, okay.
I do not remember.
Can someone help out? How do we know that's
Because it has a subordinate clause.
With a subordinating conjunction.
very good, because it starts with a subordinating conjunction, although. All right. Okay, Siano. Santos, read number 6, please.
Hold on. Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes. Oh yeah, I remember. Yes, you don't do it.
Maybe able to leave or
no, we saw ready to go. Sleep at 9. Number 6 says, as she delved into the ancient manuscript, that is definitely dependent. So if you have that, you got it right. Number 7 says the groundbreaking research findings revolutionize our understanding of the universe. That is definitely independent, sure. Anyone can answer number 8. Since it had been raining on end. Sorry, since
Number
it had been 8 days.
Dependent.
It would be dependent.
Dependent, that's correct. And finally, number 9, the mesmerizing dance performance captivated the audience, the entire audience.
Independent.
What is that?
Independent.
Independent.
Independent. Very good. Independent. All right. Anyone got all right? 9 out of 9.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, me.
Very good.
That's for me.
Very good. All right. So, it's currently 8:58. If I call your name, please do not leave. But if I do not call your name, you're free to leave. Okay. Aliyah Store.
Mr. Petit, sorry, but could you send me the information so I could write that down?
I haven't forgotten.
That's why I ain't sending the stuff here.
Yes, ma'am. I know. If I call your name, please do not leave. If I call your name, do not leave. Aliyah Store. Sienna. Jabez. Justin Cash. And Kirkland Moxie. If you didn't know your name, then you can leave. Have a wonderful night, everyone. And Shion, I will send you.
Good night.
Good
Thank you, Mr. Petit.
Good night, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, Mr.
Good night. All right. Good night, everyone.
Excuse me, Mr. But did you?
Yes. I didn't call your name. I didn't call your name to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna send you right in the notes. And then I'll send it to you when I'm done.
All right, no
Mr.
problem.
Petit, I only wait on the notes. Good
I can
night,
send
Mr.
it to you.
Petit. Don't
Good night,
forget to
Siobhan.
send me the Nats notes also on whatever else they did.
No, I won't.
Please. Thank
Go
you.
ahead. I won't forget. Let me end this recording.
Good night.
Good night, Jevin.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.